Howdy, Practical Patriots and Practical Preppers. Yakote, Gross, Aus Texas. Hey, folks, John, Practical Nurse. Okay, this video is coming by request of my cousin, Jeff Donner. And thank you so much, because you're not the only one who's ever asked me this. I just needed something to work on a little bit here while it's hot outside, so I wanted to do this video for you. And I dedicate this, Jeff, to you. You rock, okay? And to my mom, who was my very first original prepper instructor. Now, the question is this. Do I, personally, stack silver, stack gold, that kind of stuff? No, because it's not my budget. Okay, so, but if you do, I think that's great. But let me tell you something that Mom told me. Okay, she said that eventually people will learn, when all the food is gone and when the water's poisoned and polluted, that you can't eat money. Okay, that was just her thing. That was what it showed. These are things, folks. I think if you're stacking silver and gold, I think that's great. But I want you to consider a few other items that if things really go sideways, this is what I believe the commodities, okay, and the exchange items will be if things really go bad, okay? She used to sit there and tell me, you know, Johnny, paper money will work if things go really bad for a while, because people will still be exchanging it. Credit cards will be gone. Magnetic strips, gone, okay? Because all the machines will stop working. And people will take this for a while, but eventually the only thing it'll be good for is lighting your fires. Now, why is that? Folks, here in America, what is our dollar based on? Is it based on silver? Is it based on gold? No. It's based on a promise, okay? It's based on a promise. It's worth something because we say it's something, and that's it, okay? So, you know, I do have a little bit of silver. Matter of fact, one of y'all sent me this. The question was in a comment about, Johnny, do you stack silver? No, I don't even have any, and this was a present from one of y'all, so thank you very much for getting me started. But yes, I do think that you should have these items. I think you should have a little bit of this in case there's an emergency, because it'll work for a while. But I also believe that you should, you know, hang on to some of your change also, because people will still be accepting change, okay? Because why? There is precious metal in that. It may take you a lot to extract it. Is it worth it? But I do believe that you should have some of that on hand, because this right here, folks, what, you know, I'm sorry, but this is just what my theory is. This is what I understand. Some other items I believe that you should consider besides these, okay? Not just this, folks. If you're doing this, I think there's some other things you need to think about, okay? First of all, folks, things go sideways, you need to defend yourself. I think these will become a commodity. Now, a lot of us folks who are, you know, preppers and stuff like that, as the old saying goes, ain't none of us giving up our firearms, but tell me this. If you're starving and you're watching your kids starving, what would you do, okay? I'm serious. What would you do? Kids are starving, you're starving. Okay, just something to think about, you know, but this is going to become a commodity trade item. Okay, next item. If you can, folks, if you can, where you are, I know there's like city rules and what do they call that? HOAs or something like that, or OH, whatever, housing, whatever that stuff is called. I'm glad I live out in the country and I don't have those rules. Raise some chickens, okay? Start raising, you know, if you have one chicken per family member, okay? That's just my thing. Because you can, I mean, you can eat renewable source of food. You can eat this. It's protein, okay? Watch this. I'm going to make this into scrambled eggs. But yeah, renewable source of protein, and they're very easy to keep. Chickens really are a lot easier to keep than people think. All right? Water, drinkable water, very important. Trust me, during the hurricanes, folks, finding drinkable water was a huge commodity. And remind me what I saw people go to either get to it in another, you know, or what they were doing with it in another video. Trust me, please remind me, and we'll talk about that in a bad situation about drinking water. Okay? But I think those things are more important than this. Okay? Sources of fuel, folks. Okay? This right here, piece of wood, heating, cooking, whatever the case may be. Keep some stacked up somewhere nearby if you have a fireplace, or if you have a nice grill. You know, people are like, well, I stacked up bags of charcoal and lighter fluid. Nah. You know, I don't think you have to get that technical. This is easier to keep, you know, a way to start it right there, holding up Mom's picture. You know, I think those things are more important, you know, than charcoal and lighter fluid. Just me, folks, okay? Again, this is all just my personal opinion. Family and friends, very important commodity, okay, resource. You know, trust me, they'll be to watch over you, and you always exchange ideas, bounce ideas off each other, protect each other. Even today, I'm learning how important that is, folks, okay? And reminding myself how important that is. You know, we talk about precious metals, folks. Trust me, this is something I found very interesting. When I started opening up my range for public use, I found it very interesting that, you know, people leave their brass behind, and I would go pick it up. And then friends of mine would come out, Johnny, can I help you pick up brass? And I keep what I pick up. Yeah, sure. The first time I ever took the empty brass casings, folks, okay, to the recycling place. Right now, where I live in Central Texas, it is going for about $1 a pound. And the containers that I stack it up come to 75 pounds a piece. Man, does that bring in a little bit of that, okay? I'm not kidding. Like I said, I opened up my range for public use. I do charge, okay, I do charge, especially this time of year when it's dry, because I got to water the grass because it's dry. So bring me a box of this and you can use the range, okay? But I'm surprised, folks. I think these things right here will become a commodity, all right? Ammunition, folks, I think will become a commodity. Again, probably none of us are going to give it up, but again, you're starving, you're thirsty, your kids are starving or thirsty, you need shelter. I think that will become an item to exchange, okay? This is another thing. I really found it interesting that a friend of mine came out there, was picking up the lead. Now he has those, he has like these bars of lead, folks, and what he casts his own bullets, lead bullets, and I've always been curious about that. But yeah, he sees this, he'll pick up a few of these and just put them in his pocket, you know. And he said, "That's important, Johnny." Okay, very interesting to know. All right, batteries. I think this will become a currency and an exchange item. Okay, power goes out, lights goes out, batteries. Okay. Hand tools, very simple hand tools, okay? Really important. Hey, what else beats a dry pair of socks, a clean and dry pair of underwear, okay? Trust me, those of us that have ever been camping, been out in the field in the military, you know, being clean and having dry socks and clean underwear goes a long way, does it not? Just FYI, folks, these two items are not mine. Okay? Somebody left them out here. I'm not very happy about it because they left them on my range, okay? But I'm going to use them as props anyway because tobacco products and alcohol, really, folks, they're going to be a huge trade item. I really do believe so. Why is that? Between being a nurse and being in the military, when somebody ran out of tobacco, man, I was amazed at what they would do for a cigarette, okay? Really, honestly, I was just amazed, okay? I watch people all the time, you know, hospitals are now becoming non-smoking facilities. Sorry, you can't smoke. People will sign out AMA and a few other things. You know, what's it called? Nicotine patches and whatnot, folks. You know, sometimes it just can't hit the spot, as some people say, with then good old tobacco. But I think this will become a trade commodity item. Alcohol definitely will. Trust me, folks, I'm one of those kind of persons. Medicinal purposes, yes, blah, 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 you know. But, again, you know, somebody left this on my range. I was not very happy about that. Skills. Your skills will become a commodity. If you are a person, a medical person or something like that, or a person who can weld, you know, who can fix things, I think that is a commodity, y'all. Okay, folks, this is just what I think. You know, people like tell me about, you know, do I stack a lot of silver? No, I don't. Appreciate what's been given to me, folks, you know, what's been provided. I just don't do it, folks. It's just because it's not in my budget. If it's in yours, great. But again, remember something my mom said. You can't eat it. So focus on renewable sources of food. That's important, okay? And these other items. Questions, comments, folks, leave them below. Tell me what y'all think. Honestly, these are folks that, if things go sideways, you know, I think this right here, in a short-term basis, will have some value. Your credit cards will be worthless if the grid goes down. Short-term basis, yes, but these items, yes, absolutely. So if you have the budget to stack them up, please do. These other items, definitely things I want y'all to think about. Until I see y'all again, I'm Johnny Practical Nurse, out here.